But first, the veterans. Derek Bejuka, back at number 3. And Timothy Tumwesije, also known as Django, is back at number 4. John Aluwoni, crossing over from the Rams, is playing number 11 and is the Impis top scorer for the current season in all tournaments they've participated in. Musmenta Anthony, the hooker, always dependable, always experienced, and like Emma Katuntu at center, live to prove that loyalty indeed is only found in one place. They've played for the Impis for all their careers, and here they turn out. 2019, some of them 8 years later, some of them 10 years later, some even 15, still featuring for the Makerere Impis. The Buffaloes, on the other side, coming up as an understudy team for the Heathens. They've grown over time to become a fierce side on their own. They're remarkable in the sevens. They are deadly in the backline. However, they are still looking for some glory to add to their glorious style of play, seeing as they have not won anything as a team apart from a few sevens circuits here and there strewn over their long and industrious career. The Impis will be looking to consolidate that pride of the graveyard and the slogan of arrogance, even when they've been relegated from the league and will be playing the championship over the coming term. They are still a prestigious side that stands for pride, and the Buffaloes have always been the defense of new school. They play to win, the Impis play to entertain. One plays to take the glories, another plays because rugby is a game worth playing and worth winning and worth fighting for. Ladies and gentlemen, may the games begin. Sentongo, first feed, out to Spencer Muhire, and the Impis lose it forward for a whirlwind, and the scrum down, the call is overturned, and to the Buffaloes. The home side are having a shaky start, but the home side are a team you know will always produce a rugby game that you live to talk about. And this is how the teams are lining up today. The Impis have Gabriel Mugabe at number 1. They have Anthony Musmenta at number 2. They have Derek Bejuka at 3. Timothy Tumwesije at 4. Wambede Brian at 5. They have Thiongo Aniku at 6. They are playing with Emma Sediabane at 7. 8 is Asimile Amos. At number 9, they are playing with the 17-year-old Robert Sentongo. Spencer Muhire at 10. At 11, John Aluwoni. Katuntu Emma at 12. Kit Weraga at 13. Happy at 14. And Sebuliba Simon Cyrus at fullback. The Buffaloes, like I said, they have Miles Awiziga, Arthur Akampa, and Kafero as the front 3. Zakaria and Teko in the lock positions. Jimmy, Haida, and Adebua Malon in the flanks, while Alul Steven and Aziz cover the 9 and 10 respectively. Lutwama, Konas Alvin playing number 11. Starana Inaitwe lined up for 12. There he is, much a demeanor of the man he was, but nonetheless, we welcome him back to the graveyard. This is where Starana Inaitwe's career started, and here he is in a different jersey for a different side against the side that groomed him. And we have Okotho at 13, Odiambo at 14, and Ato at fullback. Still 0-0. No side has yet managed to put points on board, but the Impis have run in a ball or two. Attack has come in hard, but still it's a line out for the Buffaloes. All eyes on Starlon Inaitwe. This is his first return to the graveyard ever since leaving in 2016 to try a stint with the Rhinos. He did not play for the Rhinos against Impis, but here he is in the Buffaloes team to play against his parent club. Clumsy pass from Alul Steven. Starlon moves in against Katuntu. Hard hit. Spencer Muhire stands strong. Little man, big hatch. Miles within. Miles Awiziga comes down. Alul Steven, scrum off. Playing it in nicely. Hader. Nice passing. Ball lost. Spencer Muhire wins it for Impis from Miles Awiziga. Here comes Amos. Takes a hit against Hader. Condensed. This is a high pressure game. Each team knows what to expect from the other. And they're both putting out a performance to remember. Sebuliba Cyrus from fullback in. Big hits. And it's a penalty for the Buffaloes. The Impis have opened themselves up here for an attack, but great cover by Jonah. Jonah Luoni, step in around the referee. He goes against 2, against 3, covers the ground, and is finally put down. The Impis cross into Buffalo's half. Gabi, nice hit, still going strong, and is put down. Nice cover by Impis, nice consistency. They are looking, they are probing, they are looking for space. Yes, the tackles are hard. This is a rugby game where you do not come to make friends. Here comes Musimenta. Crunch tackle. Places it down, picks it up again, and the Impis have a penalty. And of course, as the tradition is at the graveyard, the Rams, even after a game, they always support the Impis and the other way around, because they are only their own enemies. The rest are just observers. So you can hear Captain Richie Lumu going around with an Impis slogan here and there. Because yes, at the graveyard, rugby is a common factor. Cyrus Sebuliba sizes up the poles and is going to take a kicking attempt over 30 yards out, and to see if he can get Impis on the scoreboard already. Cyrus, here goes. It's good, but he does not have the direction. He has the strength in the foot. The direction is wayward. And the Impis bench claps with enthusiasm. This might be a sign of a good day. A balanced game, not too attacking and not too defensive. It's all tied up here. The hit map should be in the middle. Captain Katuntu loses the ball forward. Won over. Lumo Alvin. Lutwama Alvin takes the kick, tries to speed ahead of Keith Weraga, and Weraga kicks it football style like a left back into touch. It's a line out for the Buffaloes. Buffaloes win a line out at the Impis 22. It will be sailing in via the hands of Arthur Akampa. Taking a jump from two, they look like. Haida wins the ball. Clumsy pass. One over. Oh, the handoff is bloody on Sediabani. Aziz Khan. Transition. Here comes. The kick is good. Sentongo misses the catch. And it's clumsy and oh no, the Impis give it away too easy. But the referee calls it back. The referee calls it back. The Buffaloes players concede and knock forward. And we shall have a scrum down in favor of the Impis instead. Narrow survival, but still hanging in there safe. So quality. The Impis are open, but the pass is clumsy. The Buffaloes are failing to use their advantage, and that's a ball lost forward. Like I said, the Buffaloes are looking very clumsy. They've had very many chances to open up the Impis and probably score. They've caught the Impis on the back foot looking to cover an overlap, and they've still failed to use the chance. Who knows? They may have to pay for this, or better still, they may have to learn from this. And Impis are open once again, and they have a man down in Charles Malik, and another man down in Emma Katuntu. Two Impis men to the ground, looking out of shape, calling for medical attention. I would say malaria time, but it's early, too early for that. The scores, still a stalemate. No one's managed to break the line or score points on the other. So it's 0 to Impis, 0 to the Buffaloes. Two men down, receiving medical attention now. Looks like the Buffaloes are here to mean business, but maybe a few minutes now is too early to judge. This game has not really brought out the action we had been looking out for from the start. It's quite a moody and center located game today. The players are keeping it around the 50-yard line, not probing too much into the opponent's territory, and we are not seeing the action we're looking out for. But the game grows with time. For now, it's a scrum down for Impis. Neither team able to capitalize on the few mistakes made to score. So we're still looking out for a very, very open game. Spencer, Katuntu, nice switch to Spencer. Long ball to Keith. Keith manages a pickup, keeps it in play, runs at the defense. Alvin is very solid in the defense. Good ground gain by Impis. Here comes Sediabane. Takes in a run, hits Connor's hard, but Connor still stands his ground. Impis have not entered the Buffaloes half just yet. Simple pass, Gabriel, properly held. Gabriel holds on, and the rack is formed. Sentongo, nice pick. Mental lock here. The man takes too long thinking. Katuntu tries to break, but the tackle from Miles is hard. The referee will have nothing of the cause for a neck tackle. And the game is still kept at the center. Brian Wambede, big hit. But Connors is a very strong player. Coming in from the wing to defend against the big man, he executes the task successfully. Here comes Timothy. Timothy to Mwesije. Brutal handoff. Amos keeps it together. Impis, the scintillating Impis style. Here it is. And it's a penalty to the Impis. Timothy Tumwesije comes in with the experience, swinging a ball into Amos, who manages to keep it together, and the veteran Katuntu is there to cover him up. The Buffaloes are thrown into panic. Norman's temper is almost touched. The handoff goes straight to his neck. But this is a game. You can only be a gentleman. Impis going to kick for touch. Spencer. And that's just as far as he would go. Line out for Impis at the 22 for Buffaloes. The throw is careless, I would say. And Teko gathers it for Buffaloes. Turnover. It was that swift. The ball is for Buffaloes now. Marlon Adebuni, big hit. Wambede goes and fills every inch of it. Ball's already out. Aziz Khan goes for the kick. Finds territory. Kitsweraga has to punch it back and try to chase. Oh, he almost gives it away, but a good level of composure. And it's a forward pass. And the tackle is hard. Impis seem to go down pretty often when the tackles come in. The upside is they've not conceded yet. And the same upside is shared by the Buffaloes that they've not conceded either. Another medical break. Keith Weraga goes off the pitch. The malaria is starting.
Why did you put it down? Why did you put it down? Oh. I have to bend.
Aziz Khan, nice switch into Okotho. Hello, Steven again, Stallone. They are spreading the ball out here. A nice pass to Ojambo. Ojambo gets the hit against Jonah Luoni. Man above sea level. Man above sea level. Ojambo is in the sky. Ojambo is in the sky, but he's still managing to hold on to the ball. Ojambo was in the sky just a few minutes ago. But credit strength. He manages to hold on to the ball, and the ball is set now. Buffaloes trying to mold the ball against Impis. heading for the 22. And the referee calls for a penalty for the Impis. Oh, sorry, for the Buffaloes. Tackler, not back foot. A very poor way to contest a ruck. And in that way, you cost your team for being too ambitious. Even when you're a good workman, you should not be too good a workman. It's also important to note that the Impis have not recorded a win against the Buffaloes in the past 5 seasons. Will today be the first? We are yet to know. A 2 from the Buffaloes is going for the poles, just outside the 22-yard line. The kick is up. The kick is good. The kick is against the post, and it's a chance for a try instead. But Emma Sejabane gathers it and manages to keep the Impis hopes alive. Sentongo to Spencer, nice catch, and Gabi loses it forward. Advantage, Marlon Adebuni crashes into a couple of players, rolls on the ground. Here come the Buffaloes. Odiambo, Wambede, nasty embrace. Stalon United just knows what to do, but crashes against Katuntu and bounces back to the floor. The Buffaloes are still keeping the pressure. Thank you, Katuntu. Thank you very much. You just gave Stallone the bouncing castle experience once again. He hits hard, but goes down harder. And his threat was not threat in the end. Stallone United enjoying or not his very first minutes against Impis as a Buffaloes player. Not yet had an impact, given the impact he can always present. But now the Impis have lost the young man Sentongo to a yellow card. For the next 10 minutes, he'll be away. Maybe those are decisions he will learn to make with experience. Man down, penalty conceded, right at the 5. What can Impis do? The Buffaloes are coming in. It's a common affair in Ugandan rugby that when a player switches, he always has a horrid moment on his return. Stallone United, can he match up? First, Aziz Khan takes a penalty for the Buffaloes. Shot at goal. How right can he get? Here he comes, sizes up. Nice kick. Nice kick. And it's in, over, and well scored. 3-0 to the Buffaloes. It's still seeming like a football score, but Buffaloes have the lead. And yes, as I was saying, when a player switches allegiance, his return home is always a very, very unfunny experience. Take a look at Stallone United today. He has been away from this club, but he has been a fan of this club nonetheless. Today, even with those factors constant, he's up against the Impis, and they are taking none of it. They are giving him pound for pound. And will they be able to get some points on their own? They are here to know. Knock forward by the Buffaloes. Collision between the players. And the referee calls the game back for a scrum down for the Impis. 2 players, Odiambo and Marlon Adebua, go skyward to get the ball. And then they end up bumping into each other. Too much for teamwork, ain't it? Sarah stepping in. Scrum off to Katuntu. Nice swing. Spencer takes a deep kick. Atu is up to the task. First runs the ball back. Impis coming in a blanket format. This might cost them if the kick goes right. It does. It's well received by Cyrus. He has the chance for the Impis to go in. Happy. He's all on his own. Has no support. Gets tackled by Stallone, but manages to keep the ball. Musimenta covers, and the Impis are all one side. Here comes Spencer. Malik. The bigger man will most likely always win a battle of physique in rugby. And it just so happened Marlon Adeboa won one such battle, only that his team gets called back for conceding a penalty for diving in the ruck. Let's move over to the cricket side of things. Heathens is 60 points up against Chambogo. It's actually rugby, but you get the point, the score. Musimenta's throw is too strong for the catch, and the Impis lose the line out. And a knock on by Odhiambo gives the Impis another shot, earning a scrum down just outside the Buffaloes 22. Slowly by slowly, the crowds have gathered, and we believe we are not the only people out here to enjoy this action. Scrum down Impis. The score is still 3 for the Buffaloes, 0 for the Impis. Remember, Impis have a man down on the sin bin, a 17-year-old, Sentongo Robert, who is one of those that have grown up the rugby way. Blood being sub for Buffaloes, and Zakaria returns to the game. Spencer picks it. Back to Katuntu, happy with it. Jonah gets in, tries to move. Pastor Jambo, the tackle is good. He holds on. Just one leg and you put the man down. Cyrus comes, stepping in a scrum half. Back to Spencer. Impis in control. Amos, big crash. Good tackle. Good tackle by Teko. Impis still in possession. Spencer, Musimenta, ball lost forward, and it's a Buffaloes scrum down. The game is still not yet living up to the life we have been looking for. But it's going to be a good game still because the scores are still tied. Yes, the score is 3 for the Buffaloes and 0 for the Impis. Hello, Steven finds a box kick. Impis lacking numbers. Jonah keeps it on. Takes a good turn. Takes another player off. And it's the flare of Impis that we keep talking about. That is a simple flash. More yet to come. Takes a turn. Loses one defender. Points the other way. Takes a turn. Loses the other defender. And it's just footwork and brains. Like I told you, rugby is not just a force. The game is played like mathematics, right up in the head. Impis still failing to win their own lineouts, and the Buffaloes taking advantage of every sloppy mistake to win back possession and press some more for some more points. A good spiral kick from Alu Steven. Finds brilliant touch. And the Buffaloes are on the offensive yet again.
If it's a school which is known for striking, it's not to work on
The ball is set. Buffalo still in the attack. It's not moving. The Impis are holding firm. The referee should make a call about now. There looks like there's a knee on the ground. Yes, there is, and it is a scrum down for the Impis. The score is still very, very close, but looks like the Buffaloes are trying to turn it up finally. We expect a lot of highlight moments from this game, given the two sets of players, the experience of the Buffaloes backline, and the hunger of the Impis to revive a glory many keep saying they've lost.
Or you are flying where there are no people. You would have given the full You would have asked by definition, what is being idle? Let's be honest.
You're happy? You're happy?
He was ready there. They were waiting for you at
The Buffaloes have a very threatening mold set here. Having won the line out, the Impis 22, they've moved into the 5, the push is on. They're peeling out really well and providing the backup, but the ball is down for up. Impis are looking rather too high and maybe too hard for them to defend, but no, high, no problem. Musimenta comes back and they look like they're winning the ball here.
Yeah.
Oh, the referee calls playback. The game still trying to find the rhythm. Another deadly play by the Buffaloes. Lines broken, and here's touching down first. The Impis look limp already. 3 key passes, 1 line break, and Okotho is down for the first 5 of the evening. The home team looking for scraps to cover up the holes in their defense. It's not looking very interesting on their side. The body language is not very impressive, but we've known them to come back with a fight, though right now it's a losing fight. Buffaloes go 8 up with a chance to make that 10. Ten it is for the Buffaloes as this guy brings forward his ever-trusted boot and sails the ball right through the poles. 10 to the Buffaloes, 0 to the Impis, or 0 to the Impis, 10 to the Buffaloes, even that it's a home game for the Impis. Looking new in a green and black kit, but looking for new scores from those we've seen in past times. Feeling every inch of the tackle. That's the sound it makes. Here comes a 2. Breaks past 1, breaks past 2, but Keith Weraga brings him down. The Buffaloes are starting to find their rhythm, running after each ball, attacking and moving from defense to attack in a matter of split seconds. Still coming. Here comes Teko. Good hit against the ground. Steven picks it out. Fend. Straight to Sedia's face. But you take down my face and I take you down, is what Sedia reacts to. And now Miles loses the ball. Looks forward to the referee will go back for the first offense by the Buffaloes. Impis were playing on an advantage, and now they win a scrum down.
I was coming to apply all my original documents. I covered my head. That was my imprisonment. And my trouble, the ticket, the last ticket was in my problem. So when the court was on, the guys were crossing, and then they just grabbed the court, covered my head, and grabbed my back, and I fell down. And the guys took my in my bag. I just looking behind, I found that he's bagging different my money in the court. So others now diverted to chase the court. There were 4 in number. The one with the bag now, they are struggling with the bag. I chased the guy because I knew how documents was in the bag. I went, after catching the bag, the guy was now pushing very hard. The guy wanted to struggle. Throw it on the other side. Then we started wrestling with the guy. He landed the guy on the broadside.
Impis looking for the ball, and they duly get it by earning a penalty. Malon Adebuni. Exactly what I mentioned earlier, that when you're to be a workman, don't be too good of one. It costs you sometimes, and it has cost him and his team a penalty that Spencer will use to try and find touch. A good kick. It's exemplary touch found. And the Impis have a line out once again on the offensive. The score is 10 for the Buffaloes, 0 for the Impis. Will they win this one? This time? Maybe. Musimenta throws it in. Somehow they get it. Amos holds his ground, goes down for rack, but no rack allowed. However, he uses the chance, gains a lot of ground for the Impis, and now they stand right at the edge of the 22. Flowing in, Cartoon to Emma, captain. The tackles are good. The tackles are very solid from the Buffaloes. They know what they came for. Musimenta goes in with that custom hooker ride of his. Malone jumps in for the ball, and it's a penalty for the Impis in a very kickable area, and a chance for them to get to the scoreboard. The game starting to gain the aggro. You start to feel it. You start to feel the adrenaline run. And when the points start being scored and the hits become bigger and louder, you know that the rugby pitch is like the club. Hits only. Impis chooses to go for touch. Cyrus comes up and sets up. He used to call it a black hole. He said he looked into the poles and saw a black hole, which he would aim for to score. Can he still find the black hole? Second kick. Attempt to get points. Cyrus goes. It's good. It's in. And it's 3 to the Impis, 10 to the Buffaloes. The Impis reduce the scoreline to an equalizable one if they manage to get a try and convert it. But now they're ready on the defense, though they're playing hard enough and winning some balls in there. The game, ladies and gentlemen, could be well on a high. Teko, brilliant goal, brilliant catch. Gabi keeps him to the ground. Ball out as this can, calls for a switch, Damis past one, back to a 2, over to the wing, Gokotho, the try scorer, is kept down. He's kept down by a mammoth of Impis players.
After chasing and failing to catch one, some guy had so the father was known.
An attempt at brilliance that's almost paid off. Alu Steven chips a little box kick over the Impis defense, and he almost, just almost, finds the feet of the running Gojambo. Impis with the ball now, trying to pass it out from the back. Lost forward by Uthiongo, who gives Aziz the chance to score. You don't forgive yourself for doing something like that, do you? Impis trying to swing the ball out to gain some ground, and Malik holds the ball, drops it forward, and Aziz takes up the advantage, seeing the ball falling neatly right before him, to put the ball just under the post. Cruel as it is, in sport, that's called a punishment.
Then the best runner, we just said the best runner, after finishing his papers immediately, the guy just took off. He jumped through the window and he passed near the police. The guy ran back. The police started chasing after the guy. Yet he was not the criminal. The guy was playing very fast. Then afterward, other students now just took off like they're chasing the guy. So When they took off, just the
Half
guy
time.
also didn't scream out, took his own direction. But that one was just a drama, like this guy has got. So afterwards, the police chased the guy for a long distance. The guy just disappeared. On coming back now, the police found that the guy who took off was a different guy. Because the students
Aziz
tried
converts
to
the
chase
Buffalo
after
second
this
try,
guy, and then
taking the
they
score
came
up
back
17
coming back
to the visitors, 3 to the Impis.
Then police started now lodging the case and why the other guy left on. Our students said that guy is insane. Sometimes he's just like that. He has that mental problem. Now it was on police case again to go and look for the other guy from the village now. But the school had solved their problem already. Yes, the school gave them a chance. But sometimes there are people just... A student.
And just almost given away. Buffalo's tried to kick it, kicking it so much, and they try goalkeeping as well, and it's a knock forward. That was scary though. The Impis did not see it coming, having the ball out and the scrum half calling for the team to cover. Alu Steven, playing his opposite number, just came and kicked it forward, and the chase was on. You know the rugby ball will take you into a dance, and when it did, Keith Weraga lost his foot, and the team was almost caught on the back foot yet again. Lucky for them, they win a scrum down.
They were just picking up with the But where they were going?
What time?
Around 7.
7 in the evening.
And actually, where they were heading, it was a bush. Actually, even if it were me, seeing you going through a bush, whatever, you head where the shrine is. You're going through.
Yeah,
Seriously. The guys were actually recording like that. This guy was like, maybe I came back to the instant.
Every game of rugby has that unusual visitor. There goes one for the day, waiting on the action, and as he flies away, Odiambo flies the other side. The Buffaloes are bringing the game to the Impis already. Alvin Konas, that is lovely marking and lovely holding on by Arthur Akampa. Holds the ball. Aziz Khan up against Robert Sentongo, and the young man proves himself. That is solid defense. Holds him up, puts him down.
And the funny thing, they report to the police stations, waiting and you have around 25.
Tackle for the Buffaloes. First 3, still coming forward. Steven. Norman, Aziz, nice pass onto a 2. Finding Odiambo, one damage, Sentongo aside. Nice tackle, and he holds him just outside the 5. The Impis cannot confirm that they've defended this already. Oh yes, they have. John Aluoni kicks it away, but only for a while. Bounces into the rugby dance. Jimmy holds on, up against Jonah. Dams in to Steven. There's too many openings here. I lose Steven, dances past one, past another, falls into a tackle, loses the ball. Beastly attack by Derek Bejuka. His hand goes across the neck, and his team consider penalty. The Buffaloes are here deciding, should we go for pause, should we go for touch? And the decision looks like it's been a quick one. They will be going for touch. Switch, that was quick. The kicker finds it inconvenient for touch and settles for the poles. And Aziz Khan steps up to make it 20 for the Buffaloes and 3 for the Impis and stretch the score further and further. This is just wide. It will not be 20, at least not by half time, and we call it a first 40 minutes. The home team trailing by 14 as the Buffaloes register a 17-point score and Impis 3. And maybe this is when the fortunes turn. Aziz comes forward, leads the Buffaloes front. And we are on for the last game of the day. Aziz and boom. Impis still asking questions, but how much can they ask? Good charge by Charles Malik. Tackle is strong, ball lost, but advantage play to the Impis. They have a penalty. It's 17 to the Buffaloes and 3 to the Impis. It's a 14-point game. If you know, if you can score 2 tries and convert them, you can well tie up the game. But will the Buffaloes let the Impis do that? We only wait to see. Impis still trying to press. Buffalo still holding them down. Spencer, Anto, late charge, but Musimenta avoids it with a lot of expertise. There's a little more, but the Impis have the ball. Spencer, spread out. Amos, wrong touch. Keith throws it in. Tasiku trying to keep it, lost. And it's an advantage for the Buffaloes. And Musimenta stays down. Big hits. The Buffaloes are driving forward. They've found their rhythm. They're playing as a unit. Impis has been critiqued for not holding on to the second half very well. We hope this is not the time. But on to our 2. Ball is lost forward, hits the referee, and that automatically means it's a scrum down for the Impis. The fans are enjoying it. the knock-ons are becoming so constant, you may think the ball is made of magma.
Extensions sockets, bulbs, power cables, banana pins, plugs, top plugs. Wow, internet setting, which catches the applications Facebook, WhatsApp, tuliza n'obujja yite update tusala simukadi musaizi yonna ejja mu simu nalagadde okutegeeza tutunda forward line zonna eza netiwaka zonna. Smartphone chargers, V3, techno chargers, USB power adapters, USB caps, USB USB mode chargers, tutuna n'amanda g'amasimu okuva ku 15 n'okweyongerayo mwoli tulina ne earphones mu bika byonna okuva ku 15 n'okweyongerayo. Dr. Alex neza Tekino tutuna ne memory cards mu size yonna, tulina ne flash disks mu size zonna, tulina ne power banks okuva ku mutwalo gumu n'ekitundu okugaba, tulina ne bluetooth headsets, tutuna ne universal chargers. Kano nga tekatwaka kuyamba okucharginga eryanda lyo direct.
The basic of rugby, the scrum down, is proving to be nothing basic anymore, as the two packs fail to master and the referee has to call it up twice. Maybe now. Alu Steven. Tasiku hitting his team to work. Ball picked. Aziz. Nice dummy. Beautiful switch to 1-2. The switch is interesting. And the Wakoto loses the focus and loses the ball. Too much to lose in one run. Here is Spencer kicking in. He kicks for ground. Wakoto swings it. Alu Steven. The overlap is nasty. Katuntu Emma is down once again. And the Impis need to really get up. Hard hit by Connors. The captain needs medical attention. He goes down. It's been a spirited fight. Chargers,
gamba nga smartphone chargers, smartphone chargers, muli V3 techno chargers, mulimu USB power adapters, mulimu USB cabs, mulimu USB cabs okuva ku 15 n'okweyongerayo, USB okuva ku 15 n'okweyongerayo, USB multiple chargers, tutunda n'amanda g'amasimu okuva ku 15 n'okweyongerayo kuwomekidwa, tulina ne earphones, buli kamyoni okuva ku 15 n'okweyongerayo, Dr. Alex neza techno, tutunda ne memory cards mu size yonna, tutunda ne flash disks mu size zonna, tulina ne power banks okutwala mu ekitundu okuddawa, tulina ne bluetooth headsets, tutunda ne universal chargers, camera graphic atoka kuyamba okucharginga eryanda direct.
Regardless the intensity of the action, there is still no points scored in the second half. The Impis have defended bravely and they've shown signs of going into attack, but have not capitalized yet to score any points or force any fouls that can result into any points. The Buffaloes, on the other hand, have been very aggressive in the offense, keeping the Impis back deep into their territory, defending, and defending some more each time. Score still at 17 for the visiting side, the Buffaloes, 3 for the Impis. Second half has not seen any points, but this is just a game. The Buffaloes keeping the press. The Impis have to keep defending, and the Buffaloes keep coming at them. Norman drives the Buffaloes now very close to the 5. The push is still there, but the Impis are maintaining the ground, and it's well turned over. Ball was open. Gabi using that experience at prop, playing Spencer, little chip, and a late charge, and here comes Berhanga James. First touch of the game, he wins a penalty for his side, and Musimenta is quick to scratch it down to Timothy. Cyrus, Jonah breaks 1, breaks 2, breaks 3, and holds on to ground as they enter opposition territory. Spencer to Gab. Wambede does not see it, and now the Impis might have found themselves on the back foot. Aziz turns Malik inside and out, gets Tasiku to sit on the ground. Aziz once again swings it out, and it goes to Atakampa, and is in. There it is. Occasionally, you will see some brain work in the park, something that Gabi tried to exhibit there at the center, and tried to switch in Wambede, whose movement and mental work was not at par as Gabi's, which meant that the ball dropped dangerously in the opposition territory, picked up by Aziz. He ran in, twisted Charles Malik, twisted Tasiku Jerry, and went open once again to pop up Arthur Akampa, who dropped down to score the 3rd try for the Buffaloes today. Up for the conversion, but as it is, it's 22 Buffaloes, 3 to the Impis. It is indeed a tough day at work for the players. Like I told you, the contact with the ball, it's as if the ball was molded out of a volcano. The players touch it and it dashes forward, it darts forward, they lose it forward, and there are so many scrum downs that have been conceded by both teams in this game. Joel Dembe joins Talona United as the players that are playing against Impis for their first time in the Buffaloes kit, and he comes on. He was a center here, but now we see him on the flanks. It's good to see change. Given his time in the game, it's always good to try something new. 22 for the Buffaloes, and 3 to the Impis.
The customer from extensions cables, tulina ne banana pins, tulina flags, ne top plants. Weewaawo tukola ne internet setting, ekika kya simu
Chapa, nyama kunyama sasi kudiba. Eddie goes in, and Spencer puts up the tackle. That's a noteworthy performance. Picks him up, takes him higher, wheels him in the air, and brings him back to the ground. A good kick by Cyrus. Only that Aziz has it and has time to make sure he's still on the pitch and to dance his way forward. And is he not doing everything all right? Impis turnover. Brutality, Musimenta. Taseko to Spencer. Gabi in again. Gabi 3 men in. And he moves the team forward. Good meet again. Beyi sweeps it, and it's a clean sweep. Forward, just that Sediabane is quick to the tackle. The Buffaloes though are using the advantage well. Buffaloes have set up camp in the Impis territory and have won a penalty. Jimmy starts it first at the players' 10. One tackle missed by Cyrus Sebuliba. Joel Dembe, first charge at his old team. Big man, he goes in, pass 1, pass 2, and it's to the calling of Gabi to put him down.
The customer
Good boot by Spencer. Jonah on the chest. There's obstruction. The referee says we shall play on. Indeed, waves play on. Headers aggro. Takes it. Aziz Jabo. Big crash by Spencer. Opposite number. Does not do much though. Seems to lose the ground, and the Impis sweep the rug. Penalty advantage, the Impis. They already have the ball. Bias. Impis get the maul. Having been on a penalty advantage, it's turned over because when the maul was formed, they had the possession. The call goes to the Buffaloes, it's questionable, but the referee will say it's a scrum down and duly will it go to the Buffaloes. Another substitution for the Impis. Fagayo Paul comes on for Keith Weraga. Keith Weraga is a small man with a very big heart, a very brave rugby player for his size. He does way too much. And Captain Musimenta is up for medical attention. In the meantime, for Blood Bean with Yongo Aniku, will jump on for him.
Campus money view, digital mitunga, mobile money, obulunga mubuli MTN ne Airtel, bijayo sente mu bungi. We customer fayina sente mu bungi, naye zonna tuzijjayo era tuzikola. Tutunda airtime, tukyajinga amasimu mu switani zokka. Tulina n'ebyamasimu kiyite phone accessories. Omwono nga mwe muli chargers, ez'ebika byonna kuva ku 14 okudda waggulu. Gamba nga small pin chargers, smartphone chargers, muli V3, techno chargers. Muri USB power adapter, muri USB cap, muri USB caps, okuva ku mita okweyongera USB, okuva ku mita okweyongera USB mobile chargers. Tutunda n'amanda g'amasimu okuva ku mita okweyongerayo mu original. Tulina ne earphones mu bika byonna okuva ku mita okweyongerayo. Dr. Alex neza Techno. Tutunda ne memory cards mu size yonna. Tulina ne flash disks mu size zonna. Tulina ne power banks okuva ku H2.
Hey, like I said, nyama kunyama. Take one hit, give another. Pius Mwanje on the exchange. Arthur Kampa takes the hit in. Gabi sends the shoulder committed in. The player, the Impis, will win a penalty. The score is still 22 for the Buffaloes and 3 for Impis.
Extensions tulina sockets, tulina bulbs mu origi, tulina power cables, tulina ne banana pins, tulina plugs, ne top plugs. Weewaawo tukola ne internet setting buli kika kya simu kyonna, tukuteerako ne applications ku buli simu yonna, omuli Facebook, WhatsApp n'ebirala bingi nnyo. Ate awo wennyini tuliza n'obujja kiyite update. Tusala simu cards mu size yonna ejja mu simu yonna. Nalagadde okutegeeza tutunda phone line zonna eza network zonna.
The veteran Bejuka Derek runs the ball in. Ball to Spencer. Lovely swing out. They have a chance to run in now. Pius. Willing from one, from another. Offload. Sediabane. Steps 1, 2 in. He gathers ground. Moves the Impis deeper into opposition territory. Spencer with the ball. Distributing it nicely. Gabi. The tackle is good, but Gabi stands his ground. Siku takes in a box kick, good attempt, loses it to a loose Steven. Arthur Akampa can't go too far. In rugby, you run forward as you watch your back. Any one moment of lapse, you get tackled, you lose the ball, and your dream career may just be over if you don't do that. That's been crazy. Emma Sejabane pulling, literally pulling the players back into their own territory. It's not a matter of I'll tackle and end your run here. It's a matter of I'll actually take you back home. Hey, close to schooling. Neza Techno tutuna ne memory cards mu size yonna, tutuna ne flash disks mu size zonna, tulina ne power banks okutwala ku H2 okudda waggulu, tulina ne bluetooth headsets, tutuna ne universal chargers. Kano nga ke kantu akakuyamba okucharginga eryanda lyo direct. Tutuna n'obutaala obukozesebwa ku power banks. The customer from which wadde ku campus money bureau njagala okukutegeeza kituliringira ne mu masimu ageeriko ery'enjawulo eryaganga bulijjo.
tutuna ne headphones ne earphones ez'ebika ebyenjawulo tufulashinga n'amasimu ne tugizo tutuna n'ebyamasanyalaze omuli extensions okuva ku musukakanga n'okweyongerayo tulina sockets tulina bulbs maorigi tulina power cables tulina ne banana pins tulina plugs ne top plugs olwawo okola ne internet setting buli kimu kya simu kyonna tukuterako ne
A good push forward by Impis. Very patient picks, very patient drives forward. They seem to have had it going, but then just a moment of lapse of concentration, and they spread the ball out and lost it forward. And then in an attempt to grab it back, the dive was into the rack, and they gave away a penalty. Now on the back foot, Cyrus bringing the Impis back out of defense, swings it to Spencer. Spencer, good steps, 1-2, runs into main, tries to offload, James gets it, Cyrus, it's a throw into Tasiku, and he kicks away possession. The Buffaloes receive Ojambo, one dummy, pass 2, they have good numbers on the wing, a switch back in, Eddie is tackled by Tasiku. Hard work required right now. When you're in this kind of pressure, you need to defend very well. Yeah. Chapa. There's every justification as to why this is called a contact sport. Jonal warning, past Eddie. Eddie gets him by the shot. And Spencer has a big decision to make now. He goes for the boot. He does not. Woo! Would you look at that? Alur Steven plays it smart and just skids away from Spencer. Had he delayed by just 1 second, had it been just 1 second of delay before that waltz, it just might have been a very dangerous tackle to the ribs. Awareness, that's what they call it.
Bluetooth headsets, tutuna ne universal chargers, kano nga kekatoka kuyamba okucharginga eryandayo directly, tutuna n'obutaala obukozesebwa ku power banks. Bwe customer afuna bulungi wano ku campus nga nekyo njagala okukutegeeza titubirinnyira ne mu masimu nakoyitweyindamu ebiganga bulijjo nagadedde nga smartphones omuli eza Tecno, Itel n'ebityo ebirala bingi. Tutuna ne headphones wamu ne earphones.
Impis still trying to find the points, playing out from the back. Offload Sejabane in, pass 3, pass 4. But Joel Dembe says that's enough. Back to Spencer. Cyrus. There goes the knock on. The ball is lost forward. Possession given away once again. And the Buffaloes will enjoy such mistakes. They'll enjoy to take them on because it's a chance to win possession and to extend the lead. 22 to the Buffaloes. 3 to the Impis. Yes! There it goes. A very punishable tackle from the Impis. Pius Mwanje gets a dancing Aziz Khan right by the legs, puts him in the sky, and that might be a very good lesson for Aziz. Yes, the contact has come out. We've gone to the brutal side of things, where brain works or does not. Brown comes in and plays its part. Buffaloes though with the ball. Joel Dembe opening out for Nomad, hits 3 men, gathers ground with them. Yes, We are feeling every inch of the tackles. Right now, it may be frustration or just bitter defending, but the Impis are tackling really, really hard.
Tutuna ne universal chargers kano nga kekatoka kuyamba okucharginga eryandayo directly tutuna n'olutaala obukozesebwa ku power banks bwe customer afuna bulungi wano ku campus money bureau njagala okukutegeeza kitudiringira ne mu masimu ate eriko ery'enjawulo eryagaaga bulijjo n'agaaga ebbeeyi nga smartphones omuli eza Tecno, Itel n'ebiko ebirala bingi tutuna ne headphones wamu ne earphones ez'ebiko ebyenjawulo tufulashinga n'amasimu netugizo tutuna n'ebyamasanyalaze omuli extensions okusupakaaga n'okweyongerayo tulina sockets tulina bulbs mu origi tulina power cables tulina
Impis tried to work some magic and actually opened up the Buffaloes. Mid-air collision between Jonah and Odhiambo. It was a high boot. Very high boot. Very high boot by Odhiambo. But Spencer chooses to kick when Impis look like they've opened out some space. Maybe you could have thought it was a smarter move to swing the ball a little more out and try to suck out the Buffaloes and run the counter. Odhiambo, for indiscipline, is given his marching orders. Going to receive the ball high up and raising his boot, planting it into Luwoni's chest. He gets a straight rate, and that's the last you'll see of today. Another penalty for the Impis. They've not yet got the scores, but they're getting the calls right. Musimenta. Captain Musimenta, soldiering on. Here it comes, Spencer. They might get some. They're looking for a reward to this kind of hard work. Biaruhanga out to Bias. Next to Sedia, who fails to hold. And that is one of the few calls they've got wrong in the past few minutes. And it's a scrum down to the Buffaloes. Scores unaltered. Just 5 points the second half. And in the favor of the Buffaloes. Impis holding on and trying to unlock those doors. Maybe, maybe not. And Musimenta comes off for Matthias, while John Aluod, Impis top scorer, is replaced by Uthiongo Aniku. There is a sad story tale from elsewhere. There is something I want to say, but I do not know how. The Heathens have punished Chambogo 134-0. And here Alush Steven trying to make a solo run, chooses to kick. The kick is good, bounces once, twice, and Jimmy will put it under the post. You have to upload You have to applaud Alul Steven. That is excellent, excellent reaction from a scrummer. Pick the ball, watch the opposition. They look like they are saying so much to the referee, and the referee has already waved play on. Scratch, run at them, and create such massive space for your teammates. They will always live to thank you for that kind of teamwork. Alul Steven leads the Buffaloes forward to get the score to 27, up for conversion to make it 29. Drama, no problem for Aziz. He goes past the confrontation of Cyrus, keeps his calm and converts. It's 29 to the Buffaloes and 3 to the Impis. The game could be as good as decided, given the scoreline, but the Impis will always stand up for a performance. Trailing Buffaloes by 26, they have only 3 points on the board. Their opponents benefiting from so many runs and so many errors in the defense to score 29 of their own. And now, another one of those tragedies as Spencer kicks for touch on the kickoff, rewards the Buffaloes with a scrum down at the halfway line. They have the ball and they've already formed. Hello. Big hit. Gabi stops him, but that might be an injury. It looked quite dangerous. Seemed like his neck was stuck between his legs. Could have twisted it. And indeed, Gabi stays down. Too big a man to put down, but he gets his job done. Though he may not live to celebrate such a good effort.
They're like 10 minutes left.
We should be in the final few minutes of the game. The Buffaloes have set it up for a good win, and they should be very comfortable in seeing it through. If not, backing it up. Eddie, nice offload. Steven, beautiful play, out the wing. And they're already in the Impis 22, probing for more. Already got a lot, not satisfied. And maybe the aggro is too much, and that's why they've lost the ball forward. A scrum down for Impis. Could be their chance to take a long run. But if only wishes were horses. Happy he has to use some extra skill and jump to receive Spencer's pass. And now Sedia has it. A good chance for Impis to run, but that's a tackle worth it. Ball lost forward. Ball lost forward, but the referee says Impis made the ruck just fine. Tasiku to Cyrus, to Malik. He does not have enough charge to make a solid hit. Tasiku does make one, and there goes Pius. He maintains his ground, 1 man against 4, and he finally comes down. Here goes Spencer. Chip tries to get it in. Dembe misses the touch. Spencer almost wins the ball, but knocks it forward. Knocks it forward and gifts, literally hands, a scrum down away to the Buffaloes. Extensions of Kakada, no way you get a you, Tulina sockets, Tulina balloons, Moriki, Tulina power cables, Tulina the banana pins, Tulina plants, laptop plants. Wow, Ukola internet setting, Ichikachasimu, Chona, to put in the applications, Kurisumiona, or Facebook, WhatsApp, Atawe, you need to listen to the update to Salasimu cards. Says you, and I got to take it to do that for one line is not is a little Eddie, the multi-talented, part-time referee, part-time coach, and part-time player, and so many other things that he'll tell you in his next episode of Kratos Meets the Player. Impis take a fierce run down to the 22 and now into the 5. And the referee gives them a penalty. Pius picks it quick, tries to go for that. Oh, it's close, but he's held up. And the penalty yet again because the Buffaloes were not back. Impis. Impis, is it a moment of excitement or a lapse of concentration? They win ball and playing instead of going for balls or for touch, and the first move is a knock-on. And there they go, giving another scrum down to the Buffaloes. Well, one by Jimmy, steps 1, steps 2, opens up the gap, goes past Fagayo, offloads, but Cyrus saves the day for now. Still coming, Aziz, the overlap is dangerous, the kick is good, Atu misses it, Waniku misses it too, Kangokosa will go down for his second. Takes a dummy, throws it on to Hayden, who puts it down. It is 34. It is 34 to the Buffaloes. It is 3 to the Impis. It was a swift one. Ball rolling in from the scrum down. Picked up by Jimmy, who makes a move from number 6 to number 8. Plays in Aziz, who finds good ground for Gokotho to score the second. And he will convert it, no doubt. And it will be 36 when this kick is done, or if all goes to plan. And it sure does. It's in. It's 36 Buffaloes and 3 for the Impis. And guess what? We still have minutes of time to play. What may happen? Everything seems to be going against the script. Another kickoff wasted. 2 consecutive ones now from Spencer. Maybe the game has worn him down. The graveyard. An unusual silence hangs over the place. We've seen very little of that skill we are accustomed to. The scoreline is nothing close to impressive for the Impis. Dembe stops one player. Nice offload. Gokotho looking for a hat-trick now. Up to Jimmy, up to Haida. The hands are great. God bless the hands. God bless the hands. Well exhibited by the Buffaloes. Pass, 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 and pass. Feel the contact, feel the touch from the defense and release the ball. Pass all the way and pass until you are in for the points. 39 on record. It was 34 not more than 2 minutes ago. It's 5 points more in that same short time space. And to attempt to stretch it further was Aziz, but not successful this time. It remains 39. The score and a third consecutive kickoff blown by Spencer. The players look like they've really had their day. The Buffaloes, though, Aziz is clearing his space, and he offloads to Arthur Kappa, who could get a second. Brought down just in time, but they're still looking very, very offensive. Here they come. Buffaloes, will they get? Are they looking to reach the half century? Joel Dembe, his hand's never been good. He passes, manages to pass. This is too much size. How do you deal with this kind of thing? Oh, sorry. Listen. The Buffaloes, we need to remember that are still a man down, or have been for over 30 minutes. But hey, what's numbers if you have a team? Closer and closer. Pius Manje. Can he have the speed? It's too slow. He cannot do it, but he finds Timothy for support. And the excitement burns down in less than a split second. We were on our feet, waiting for the Impis time, but in the end, it's a penalty to the Buffaloes. How fast did that change? Yeah, big man, Beyi gathers all the energy and shows him some malaria time. Eddie Aziz, who's been very excellent today. Oh, excellence can only do so much. Koto, out to Steven, Dembe. Brute force, Haida, does he get the hat-trick? Pius, another intercept by Pius. Puts it at Aniku's feet. And Spencer, oh, he's sent to buy a hot dog. He sends a hit, but Pius is there, still solid. Late charge by Beyi, the referee sees none of it. Eddie is trying to punish on the other end. Aziz, Fagayo cannot pick it up. And the referee says, let's go home, boys. You've done enough for today. A very great match. The Buffaloes take it home 41-3 against Impis. And we are crestfallen down as Impis again. But guess we live to fight another day. From me and the team, thank you for watching.